So beat it, just beat it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 amazing singer impressions of other singers.
Black sheep, have you any wool?
For this list, we'll be looking at the most impressive times that a performer impersonated another musical artist. Did we forget another incredible moment that a singer mimicked another? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20. Alicia Keys as Adele. Joining Jimmy Fallon for a game of Wheel of Musical Impressions, Alicia Keys is more than ready to light up the stage with her talents.
Ladies first.
Okay.
This episode includes her surprisingly great impression of Adele. Tasked with singing the alphabet, the singer matches the British artist's unique register.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Fallon watches in awe as his guest nails the assignment. With a dramatic finish, Keys is an absolute professional throughout the segment. This is likely the best voice she does in the entire game, even beating her impressive take on Janis Joplin doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Tell me how you wonder what you are, yeah.
Number 19. Taylor Swift as Shakira. For this SNL sketch, the writers crafted a star-studded soundtrack for a fake movie. The animated adventure welcomes many high-profile artists, such as Randy Newman and Shakira. Taylor Swift plays the latter with complete dedication, wearing an appropriate wig and costume to make it believable. Her impression highlights the vocalist's unique and breathy delivery. She also utilizes some memorable choreography, using her hands to help sell the impersonation. Swift is clearly having a blast for this skit and really captures the spirit of the Colombian singer.
Bunny girls hop on your bunny boys.
Her final flourishes might be more comical than precise, but she's still the consummate performer all the way through. Number 18. Chris Martin as Neil Young. Unless you're a hardcore Coldplay fan, you might not know the origins of the song Yellow.
It was called Yellow.
Singer Chris Martin sat down with Howard Stern to explain the composition process. The song originated partly as an impression of Neil Young, as demonstrated by the artist's interpretation. It's much more accurate than expected, with a folksy quality that's Young's vocal signature.
And it was very starry outside. I was like, look at the stars.
Transitioning from the impression to his natural voice, Martin proves himself to be even more outrageously talented than we thought. It's a short and sweet surprise that makes for an endearing story for a timeless hit.
And it was called Yellow.
Number 17. David Bowie as Mick Jagger. In this interview on The Parkinson Show, David Bowie sat down for a chat about his influences and history with music. This includes a story about seeing the Rolling Stones in his younger days, and an anecdote about Mick Jagger.
The Rolling Stones are opening up for him. It's the first time I ever saw him.
Bowie goes into Jagger's voice as he talks about the legend telling off an angry spectator.
Some guy yells out, "Get your hair cut." And Mick says, and I'll never forget these words, "What, and look like you?"
With comic timing and an eerily accurate impression, the talk show guest completely transforms into the Stones' frontman. The 5-word impersonation has more power than some full-length specials. Along with some great storytelling, this segment showcases the Starman's one-of-a-kind charisma.
I thought, oh my God, this is the future of music.
Number 16. Kelly Clarkson as Alanis Morissette. On the game show That's My Jam, Kelly Clarkson goes up against Ariana Grande in a round of mixtape medley.
All right.
They work their way through pop diva legends before reaching Alanis Morissette. Grande is hard to match with her voice, but Clarkson finds a way to stand out with an incredible impersonation. Performing You Oughta Know, the singer taps into the raw intensity of Morissette's vocals. The Since You've Been Gone singer matches the original artist in terms of sheer quality and performance ability. It also works as an effective cover of the 90s rock classic. Number 15. Luke Bryan as Elvis. After discussing Las Vegas residencies, the Ellen DeGeneres Show guest host Katy Perry finds a perfect segue to let country star Luke Bryan geek out on Elvis Presley.
I was a kid, like in my room, listening to Elvis live from Las Vegas. That was like one of my primary records.
He shares his childhood love for the king of rock and roll before finding a point to do a vocal impression.
Oh, when no one else can understand me.
Many people have an impersonation of Presley, but few have the expertise to truly belt out one of his tunes this well. Bryan steals the show without even having to stand up. He brings the house down with a mix of his own country influences, giving the performance a personal touch.
That's the wonder,
All right.
the wonder of you.
Number 14, Justin Timberlake as Robin Gibb. For this recurring SNL sketch, Justin Timberlake partners up with Jimmy Fallon for the Barry Gibb talk show.
This week's election, Robin. Did you vote?
No.
No, you didn't vote.
No, I didn't.
The former plays Robin Gibb as the sidekick to Fallon's Barry. While not the lead performer in the skit, Timberlake still steals the show with some falsettos at key points.
How about we sing the next guest's name? Cross Bustamante. Talking about Bustamante.
It's also extremely hard for the pop singer to keep a straight face. Having to deal with his scene partner's anger, the artist harmonizes and giggles throughout this hilarious premise. He's returned to perform this impression several times over the years. Each and every time, the star rises to the occasion in his absurd take on the disco legend. Number 13, Merle Haggard as Johnny Cash. There have been many who've dipped their voices to try to mimic the Man in Black, but country legend Merle Haggard might have them all beat.
So why don't you do Johnny for me? Johnny Cash, you kill me.
Long before Fallon's Wheel of Musical Impressions was a thing, Haggard entertained the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour with a rapid onslaught of vocal parodies, including Buck Owens and Marty Robbins. But Haggard's magnum opus from this TV appearance is certainly his imitation of Johnny Cash.
We got married in a fever. Hotter than a popcorn spout.
Not only does he nail Cash's baritone sound, he stiffens his shoulders and flails his wrist across the guitar, body, and neck, embodying the Undertaker's signature mannerisms. It's a jovially loving lampoon of Johnny, who makes a surprise appearance at the end of the routine. Were it not for the height difference, you might almost get the two confused.
Look out, Jackson now.
Number 12, Miley Cyrus as Justin Bieber. Willing to make fun of herself and her fellow pop stars, Miley Cyrus plays Justin Bieber in the SNL sketch The Miley Cyrus Show.
Hey, Justin!
So, Miley, it's a cool show.
Really?
The singer's look is complete with a vintage Bieber haircut and some classic late 2000s wardrobe. Sitting opposite Vanessa Bayer's impression, Cyrus works extremely well playing off a crazy version of herself.
Justin Bieber, where do you get all of those cool moves?
You know, I brought my swagger coach.
She also makes the impersonation of the baby singer seem effortless with a few well-timed looks. At the end of the skit, everyone sings the show's theme song in one final moment for the Party in the USA performer to be a good sport.
So I guess that's pretty cool.
Number 11, Eddie Murphy as Stevie Wonder. Known as a multi-talented artist, comedian Eddie Murphy also has a singing career. His uncanny ability to hit the right notes informs this particular sketch. His impression of Stevie Wonder ranks among his best, capturing the icon's soulful tone for hits like Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony.
He also throws in an appropriate costume and accurate body movements. Murphy's unstoppable energy elevates this impersonation beyond a one-off joke. Using his own ability to sing, the comic can channel the music legend in a transcendent performance. It's also this kind of talent that arguably saved Saturday Night Live in the uncertain 1980s.
Just living in perfect harmony.
We're talking salt and pepper.
Number 10, Adam Levine as multiple singers. We've really tried to narrow down which specific impression we think each singer was phenomenal at. But when you're as talented as Maroon 5's lead singer, that's a hard choice to make. Appearing on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Adam Levine gave us a spot-on rendition of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes as Frank Sinatra.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
His impression of Michael Jackson singing the Sesame Street theme song showcased his impressive range and also had us rolling.
Won't you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
And it's his killer Eddie Vedder impression doing the Muffin Man that left us clutching our sides.
You know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man.
Number 9, Camila Cabello as Ellie Goulding. Don't get us wrong, pretty much all of the women from Fifth Harmony could have made it on our list. Lauren Jauregui's Adele, Normani Corday's Rihanna, and Dina Jane's Leona Lewis impressions are stunning examples of just how talented these ladies are. But it's the Grammy-nominated Cabello, now a solo artist, who made it on our list with her impression of Goulding's unique voice singing Outside.
Show you what it feels like, now I'm on the outside.
Although she's now known for collaborations with artists like Pitbull and Shawn Mendes, what we're really craving right now is a collaboration with Cabello and the English singer-songwriter herself.
We did everything right, now I'm on the outside. Yeah!
Number 8, Jamie Foxx as John Legend. Yeah, we know that this actor and singer's portrayal of musician Ray Charles in 2004's Ray was so good that it earned Foxx the Academy Award for Best Actor. But that's not the only impression he does well. His appearance on Fallon's show showed us much more of the award winner's repertoire, most comically his Mick Jagger strut and his portrayal of Jennifer Hudson singing about her poor meatball on top of a pile of spaghetti.
All covered with cheese.
But we were actually blown away by his take on John Legend singing the Toys R Us jingle. Now we know who Hollywood will call if they ever produce a Legend biopic.
I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Number 7, Nicki Minaj as Beyoncé. Rarely do we see an attempt to impersonate the Queen Bee herself, but on this hilarious episode of Saturday Night Live, the Trinidadian-born voice behind hits like Starships, Super Bass, and Anaconda did the impossible.
I'm sorry I had to give birth out here, where all the animals live.
Opposite Kate McKinnon's dead-on impersonation of Justin Bieber in a hip-hop style sketch of the nativity scene, Minaj nailed Beyoncé's mannerisms and singing voice, treating audiences to some none-too-subtle references to some of Beyoncé's hit songs.
This moment is about my baby boy. Behold, he woke up like this.
We're not sure if Minaj really had to work to nail this impression or if she just woke up like that.
One day he'll turn water into wine, and we'll all be drunk in love.
Number 6, Celine Dion as Sia. This Canadian singer's career spans 4 decades, and with a name that's recognized around the world, it's kind of awesome to see that the superstar has a real sense of humor.
Hush, lady, baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
On Fallon's Wheel of Musical Impressions, Dion let loose with some goofy impressions of Cher, Michael Jackson, and Rihanna. But she actually made us sit up and take notice with her final impression of Sia. We're not sure if it's the stuffed animal or her bangs that did it for us, but it's not difficult to recognize Sia's fiercely unique vocal style from Dion's energetic delivery. Number 5, Nicole Scherzinger as Britney Spears. Best known for her time with the Pussycat Dolls, Nicole Scherzinger wowed audiences with her incredible impressions on Good Morning America.
A, B, C, D, F, G, H.
There's simply no denying that her Judy Garland and Steve Perry impressions were to die for. But the hosts and audiences of GMA really went wild for Scherzinger's dead-on rendition of Britney Spears singing her ABCs.
A, B, C, D, F, G,
That's Britney Spears!
H.
While the other impressions had been a little difficult for hosts Michael Strahan and Sarah Haynes to figure out, the Spears impression took mere seconds to guess. Who knew the alphabet could be so sensational? Number 4, Alessia Cara as Billie Eilish. This Canadian Grammy Award winner has made huge waves since she hit the scene in 2015, but who knew she was such a talented impersonator? Her impression of Alanis Morissette singing Hush Little Baby, uncanny.
Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Her impersonation of Lorde singing Baba Black Sheep, inspired.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full.
And her impression of Ariana Grande singing Skidamarink, holy cow. She's now appeared on this entertaining Tonight Show game multiple times, but we'd argue that her spot-on impersonation of Billie Eilish singing Pop Goes the Weasel has been the highlight.
Monkey chased the weasel, monkey thought was all in fun, Pop goes the weasel.
Close your eyes, and it's as if Eilish decided to rewrite the words to her own song.
Pop goes the weasel.
Number 3, Bruno Mars as Michael Jackson. It's no surprise that Jackson is one of the most imitated musicians in history, but it's hard to believe that anyone could capture the king of pop better than Bruno Mars, who impersonated the music icon during one particularly legendary episode of Saturday Night Live. During the performance, Bruno absolutely killed it with covers of Billie Jean, Smooth Criminal, and Man in the Mirror.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life.
Of course, we can't forget to mention Mars's other famous impression of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, which he's been doing since he was a kid.
Born through a party at the county jail. Prisoners at the game. The band was on and I don't begin to sing.
Number 2, Christina Aguilera as Britney Spears. Okay, so we've already showcased a singer with an awesome Britney Spears impression, but leave it to this best-selling artist, who's also been featured on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest singers of all time, to up the ante.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Appearing on Musical Wheel of Impressions, she made us laugh as Cher singing the Folgers coffee jingle, and as Shakira performing the Golden Globes theme.
This little piggy went to the mall again.
But hearing her rendition of Spears singing This Little Piggy was pure gold, and got a standing ovation from the Tonight Show host.
When we all the way home.
Here's hoping she comes back for a rematch. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Ariana Grande as multiple artists. Ariana seems to possess the Midas touch when it comes to impressions, because every impression that this multi-platinum artist attempts is pure gold.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
She made jaws drop with her impressions of Celine Dion, Rihanna, Whitney Houston, Britney Spears, and Shakira on Saturday Night Live. It doesn't stop there though. When she appeared on Musical Wheel of Impressions, she absolutely killed additional impressions, including that of Christina Aguilera. And if that's not enough, A young Grande can be found on YouTube nailing impressions like that of Ariel from the 1989 film The Little Mermaid. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.